that is interacting with the music, I wanted to have a total control over the visual composition. And for example, here, we created this visual, the mathematical formula I just showed you. We created with a tool called Quartz Composer, which is for Apple. It comes with Apple. It's for developers. It's a product, free software, and using that Quartz Composer thing, I can program this mathematical formula to create these forms, and I have control over a lot of variables. Here you see, like, I can rotate my form, I can zoom into my form, and you see, like, there is the diameter of the balls that creates the form, and I can trade between the shapes that is created by with this mathematical formula, the amount of the amount of balls to, like, the color and like the rotation speed. These are all the variables that I control while I'm performing live visuals, and that way I can interact with the music in real time. When there is some changes in the music, I can react to the changes in the music with my visuals, like I'm playing an instrument. The challenge for me here was to perform like a musician while I'm performing visuals. That's why I wanted to come up with this software, which is kind of different than the other VJ tools that you see on the market, because all you have here is your content. There is no standard effects like invert effect or flashes or like mixing between the video loops, like rendered video loops. I have to really perform with my software and with my formula and with my controllers to create the visuals in real time. If I'm not performing, there is nothing being rendered. And the challenge for me, another challenge for me was to have control over so many variables that you see here. Because, you know, I have one hand and 10 fingers, and I'm using an iPad controller with Lemur application to control these variables. But sometimes I'm being lost in those values, as you see here, while I'm trying to show you what I can do with those values. Like, it's difficult to control all these values with 10 fingers. So I came up with a preset system, and I'm saving some presets, my ideal presets for each composition I have. And for example, for this composition, let's say I like this state I have those windows here, and I can save this as a preset, like this. Then I can assign it to a channel, and then I have other presets that I have saved here, and I can mix between them only with one slider, as you see here on this area. When I'm mixing between those presets, I'm actually changing lots of values of my visual formula, let's say. And this is kind of how it looks on stage. of course, all the visuals coming to the reality with the stage design and the lights and the whole stage design. I'm actually originally an architect, so I work on the stage design as well to accompany the visuals that I'm creating. And I will show you a short video how it looks in action. What you will see here is actually before I wrote the software, while I was performing those visuals with, as I explained, trying to do it with my hands, which was a bit difficult, but it will give you an idea how I was doing it. I guess that's it. It was a short presentation, but like for 15 minutes. You have more to show us? Because you sound like you do. I can show you more, but I feel like I can show you some of the other visual concepts that I this is my latest project file. Maybe I can give you some more clues of what else I have. The thing about this software is like because it's not really a market-oriented software. Let's say like all the other VJ applications gives you lots of opportunities. Like you can have, let's say, 10 channels that you can mix in real time. or you can have so many effects on your image, and you can do automations on your visuals, and you can support video loops and things like that. But I am intentionally limiting all these functions, and I'm limiting you into only 2 channels and no effects at all. So the idea is actually for you to focus on your content. I'm telling that if you don't have a designed content in this application, you cannot really perform anything. So it's kind of a manifestation of a minimal perspective. That's why I kind of I published this software on. It's available on iTunes App Store. Only for 25 euros, which is like really low price for a VJ software compared to other tools. But it's kind of like a presentation of my idea of performing live visuals. So here you see some of the other concepts that I developed. My partners. For example, this is a fractal system. Again, I have somewhere controls over my to create the outcome of this image. But as I said, you have to really advance your content and know what you're really doing with your content. For example, this is another, they are all based on some mathematical functions. And without my controller, actually, I cannot really perform them properly, but it gives you This is a very simple one. This one is based on, for example, the hydrogen electrons orbital representation, like where the electrons might be. It's kind of funny that when I perform at these raves, big parties, people don't really know what is behind those visuals, but there is actually a very deep scientific background for creating those images.
Das kann ich mir mit dem Brain da.
This one is not rendered. This one, okay.
Selbst wenn du das nicht an die Maschine verschließt, kriegst du gleichmäßige Veränderungen.
Nebula system is also rendered in real time.
Ja, das sind natürlich riesen Datenmengen wahrscheinlich.
No, because I'm performing for my Mac, the frame rate is not so high, but in my performances I use a better machine.
Das die ganze Umgebung mit. Ja, der kann direkt
So here, this is like using a sine wave, but in a polar coordinate. Let's see what else we have. I'm also sometimes working with video images, but transforming them into polar coordinates. Here you see like a
Oh, wow.
scene from the movie Baraka, but like it's kind of transformed into
Wie heißen diese Dinger nochmal?
what else
Irgendwelche Witze, ja.
interesting.
Geht los? Kommt irgendwann auf den
Ali, can I ask, how many of these representations, sorry, I'll stand away from the speaker too, how many of these representations are actually available as part of the software that's available on the store?
I release only few of them with the software because, as I said, the idea is actually asking people to come up with their own ideas, and I just release few of them with the software to show them, okay, this is some of the things that I do with the software, but come up with your own content.
Ali Demirel.